Welcome to JD's Prep. In this video, we review the process of osmosis in an experiment. The problem reads, a cube cut from a potato is placed in a beaker of distilled water. The potato cells have a relatively high concentration of starch and a relatively low concentration of water. The diagram represents the water and starch molecules in and around one of the potato cells in contact with the water in the beaker. Which statement correctly describes a possible result if starch indicator is added to the water in the beaker 1 hour after the potato cube was added? 1. The indicator solution would turn to an amber color in the starch if starch molecules were present in the water in the beaker. 2. The indicator would remain amber in color if starch molecules were not present in the water in the beaker. 3. The indicator would change to a black color if starch molecules were not present in the water in the beaker. Or 4. The indicator solution would remain black in color if starch molecules were present in the water in the beaker. Recall that iodine is used as a starch indicator and is amber, a reddish-brown color. When this indicator comes in contact with starch, it turns bluish-black. If we look at the options again, options 1, 3, and 4 are false statements. This is because option 1 states that the solution would turn amber if it came into contact with the starch. The truth would be that it would turn bluish-black if this happened. Option 3 states that the indicator would not turn black if it came into contact with starch, which is also not true. And option 4 states that the indicator would remain black, which is false because the indicator starts off as amber or reddish-brown. This means that option 2 is our final answer. The next problem reads, before placing the potato in the beaker, the student used an electronic balance to determine the mass of the potato cube. The mass of the cube was determined again after it was in the beaker for an hour. Describe how this information could specifically be used to determine if water moved during the investigation. Since we said that water will be entering the cell due to having greater solute concentration, water will be entering the potato cell, we can expect that the potato cube will weigh more than it did initially due to the water it took in from osmosis. So we can write if the potato cube weighed more than the initial mass, then that means that water entered the potato cube. But if the potato cube weighed less than the initial mass, then that means that the water exited. Thank you for visiting JD's Prep.